It is.
Okay. Hey, I'm Scotty T from Your Comedy Minute, and I have four fantastic comedians with me tonight. I have Dev Maddox down on your right. I have Chica Loca up in the corner. I have Teddy Melton down below her. And up in the right side is my buddy, the Gwynn Factor. And we're going to start the show tonight with Dev Maddox. Dev is coming to us from Delaware. And I want to tell to the people, Dev, when I interviewed you, I don't know if you remember this, you told me that I would have to pay more if I came to see you than the regular people. And you also said that I think you said you'd be standing at the back door and it'll cost me $10 to get out.
Yeah.
So here he is, without further ado, the one, the only, Dev Maddox. You're up, buddy. Go ahead.
So happy to be here. Just to introduce myself, my name is Dev. I'm from Sussex County, Delaware. We're known for chickens and cornfields and chickens inside of the cornfields. Little about me: when I was about 7 years old, I was kidnapped by a group of mimes, and they did unspeakable things to me.
Okay.
It was pretty terrible. I went to therapy for. I've been in therapy a couple of times. Most recently, I was in a gay conversion camp type of therapy on a dude ranch. And oddly enough, the first thing they did was have us milk the cows, and it was just complete and utter chaos. And thankfully, I ended up in a stable relationship with one of the horses, so it worked out for me in the grand scheme of things.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Another thing I learned in therapy is that I can fart on command. I could fart whenever I want. Like if I had to fart right now, I would. But I'm sitting on the toilet, so that way the sound sounds good. So I don't want to fart. I don't want to risk it. But um, I say I can fart on command. My girlfriend says I just shit on myself, and I'm trying to cope with it. She's a hater. I don't listen to her. I fart on command.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
love
gift.
my girlfriend. I love my girlfriend, man. She's cute. We recently got married. I haven't seen a vagina since, and it's not because she's putting out. It's because dudes don't have buttholes, and I married a man, so the
Oh,
math says that they don't have vaginas. I love her. She's cool. She asked me the other day because the toilet was overflowing, and she said, "Baby, baby, the toilet's overflowing." And I said, "Just go with the flow." And she's like, "Really? You're gonna tell a joke?" I said, "You married a comedian, not a plumber, baby. All I got is jokes. I don't know how to fix it. I hate how men really supposed to know how to fix it. I don't have that gene. I like cooking. I cook dinner in an apron. I'm a housewife. I'm a housewife with a record. I recently got arrested for drinking and driving. Terrible thing. I felt bad. I lost my license. Thankfully, by the grace of God, I got my license back because it had just slid under my seat when I hit that school bus. And it was fine. It was a short bus. They had helmets on. Everybody was safe. After that, I got another charge. So comedians, we tend to do impressions. A lot of us do impressions.
right.
So it was one of my first impressions was a Michael Jackson impression,
All right.
but nobody told me you had to do more than touch little kids with one glove on to call it an impression. So the police didn't like that, and I tried to tell them. I said, "Look, the kids had helmets on. It was fine. Everybody had helmets on. It's cool." So yeah, that's my record. My only actual real charge is I had got my ex girlfriend pretty much was charging at me, and I put my hands up to block her. And me being a 6'2" black man, and her family's last name being on the school's football field, I lost that court case. So what got me was the charge because on the paperwork it said offensive touching, and I remember going to school the next day. I see the constable, and I said, "Hey man, two questions. First of all, what the fuck did she tell you I did? Second of all, you know she had a helmet on, right?" I'm just Dave. You guys have been great.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Hey, Dev, let me pop this off. I don't know if you ever seen it. I do a Michael Jackson impression.
Ah, do you?
Here you go.
Ah,
All right.
you got to put a glove
Next
on.
up, next up, coming to us from Delaware. This young lady was on the show and she told me a story about a young man in her class. She's a teacher. and she had a Zoom meeting. But anyway, everybody, here is Chica Loca. Chica Loca. Hola, Chica.
Hola,
Hola,
y'all.
chica.
Thank you. Yes, Scott, I live in Delaware, but I will not claim it. Unfortunately,
Okay.
it's the first state and the worst state. It's like hillbilly Philly. No offense, Dev. Um, and we don't even have our own sports teams here, but I do live here. And mostly people around the area will say, "Oh, you live in Delaware. There are no taxes." I'm like, "Okay, so you guys are poor, so I don't care what you say." So, good old Delaware. So, being a comedian has been very interesting because you get to meet all sorts of people. And I got a message from someone that saw a show, and he was in the news for having the world's smallest penis. This is a true story. He has a micro penis. And so he sent me a message, and I said, "Well, you must be the guy that has the most requested dick pics because now I want to see it." And, and he sent it, and it looked more like a testicular tumor. Like it was an innie, it was all ball and a hole.
Mm.
And it's not like you think, they're small ones, but his all in his balls. And I said that I had seen clitorises bigger than that, clitorally. So anyway, we're dating now, so that's fun. Um, I'm bi, what's the difference? There's always toys for that.
Right.
I've got a rose or a whole garden of roses. And if you hear buzzing in the background, mind your business. You guys hear about gaslighting lately? Yeah, all that, the fun buzzwords. Yeah, I think the biggest gaslighters are the people that write for Law and Order. They start off with that the following story is fictional and does not actually depict any actual person or event. And then they're like, on tonight's episode, rap mogul Q Liddy gets arrested at one of his famous sneak offs, where they confiscated 789 anal plugs and over 1,000 bottles of Astroglide. And I'm like, that story sounds a little bit familiar. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then we find out at the end that Q Liddy killed Smalley Biggs. And yeah, so biggest gaslighters around. Speaking of gaslighters, anybody like narcissists? Just
I
me?
told
I'm
you.
the only narcissexual here.
Right.
That's cool. For me, it doesn't matter whether you're working with indoor plumbing or outdoor plumbing. If you're a liar and a gaslighter, I'm probably about that. But I am actually done dating. I've completely given up. I'm
Okay.
done until I get to the nursing home, and I'm going to be the nursing home ho, y'all. I'm going to be the nursing home ho. Right? Like,
Sounds
think
good.
about it. The nursing home is like college, except you don't have to worry about doing schoolwork or getting pregnant. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you're at that age, you could go do whatever you want. And, I'm just going to walk around and bang everybody. Like, you think Miss Pearl's going to remember you banged her husband? Right? No, she didn't even remember you banged her. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do for that jello because
There you
there's
go.
always room for jello. So yeah, I'm done dating. I don't like the new relationship thing. Dev was talking about farting, and it's awesome that you can fart on command. I think that's wonderful. But when you're dating someone new, especially as a lady, every time you sit in a chair or you step on a floor and it creaks, you got to recreate that moment to let them know, like, it wasn't my ass, that was the floor. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like squeak in a chair again and like overly exaggerate it so they'll think like, oh, hey, that she didn't actually fart.
Yeah.
So I'm done with that. But yeah, they call me Chica Loca because I am crazy, and or at least that's what the narcissists that I date like to call me. I'm like, I think you're cheating on me, and they're like, what? You're crazy, you're nuts. And I'm like, you're still inside of her. So I'm done with that. But yeah, that's been my few minutes. So thanks, y'all. I'm Chica Loca.
Chica Loca, thank you so much. That was wonderful. I know you're going through some stuff, and I appreciate you even being here. One of my favorite guys, this guy here, he does all kinds of characters. He's from DC, and I just love him. He's just insane. The last time he was on, Teddy Melton. Teddy Melton was telling me he was dating a girl that had epilepsy. You guys have got to see that. Boy, is that something. Teddy, how are you?
I was shook. That's how the fuck
You were shook up, all right.
More than her. Yeah. Hey, look, I first off want to start by saying that I heard you and Dez talk about Michael. What y'all ain't gonna do is talk about Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah. You're a Michael Jackson guy.
You got a whole.
We're not gonna do that.
Oh, there we go. I see you got Michael up there.
Michael wasn't strange. He was just misunderstood. That's all.
Yeah.
Misunderstood. Okay, he thought it was Peter Pan. That's some whole other shit. But I heard Chica Loca say she's a narcissist. I'm spiteful. That's what I like to do. You know me, Scott and Gwynn. I talked with you before too. You know I like to talk about my damn parents. Talk about my crazy ass mama. Cause she got this little favoritism shit that she like to do with me and my brother and shit. I don't like that shit because I'm at the bottom of the totem pole.
Okay.
And I'm the baby. And I get jealous. I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna lie. I get jealous sometimes. Like my brother, we got the same grades in high school. We about C students.
All right.
Cause I ain't really give a damn. But this motherfucker, they sent this motherfucker to about 4 different colleges. I asked to go to college. They kicked me out the house. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I text my dad. My father said, "Did you fill out a college application today?" I said, "Yes, I want to go to Morgan State." You know what he texted me back, Scott? He said, "When I get home, have your shit packed and be the fuck out of my house." Swear to God. I swear to God.
Good Lord, Danny.
He is. But let me get into my mama, okay?
All right.
I'm about to start it here. I'm about to start it off now. So, Scott, you remember you was a kid going to the grocery
store? It was a long time ago, but I remember.
I bet it.
Shut up, y'all. Matter of fact, let me say this. As Red Fox would say, fuck y'all.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
So you remember going to the grocery store with your mother?
Sure.
Now, I don't know about you, but my mother had instructions before we went in the store. And the main one was, when we get in here, don't ask me for shit. Okay? Number 2, don't you run that damn cart to the back of my goddamn leg. Now, her 2 favorite lines was, I ain't got no money, and there's food in the house. Every time we sit in the car, that's her 2 favorite lines. I ain't got no money, and there's food in the house. Now, we in the grocery store. I want a bag of chips. I'm a kid. This is the 90s. Remember, you can get 4 bags of chips for 25 cents. So each one was 25 cents. You get 4 bags of chips for $1. I pick up 1 bag. My mama look at me, boy, if you don't put that shit down. Worth a quarter to you? I done did my chores, all kind of shit. But you a kid, you forget. So I still pick it up. Boy, if you don't put that shit down. And the fucked up part about it is, my mama, she kind of crazy, but she rough. She had all boys. Like the type of grandmama she was, I got neat. She like to do hair. My Lisa always over there with her hair not done. My mama sitting there struggling with the hot comb. Gwynn, you know.
I know.
And my niece was tender-headed.
Oh, no, I don't tender-headed.
Crying the whole time. My mama get mad. This is my mama thing. She get mad at you for shit that she don't know how to do. It could be doing hair. She said, I ain't got no fucking girls. I got 3 boys. let her be cooking. My mama couldn't cook worth a goddamn. Worth a damn. Like she can cook all the little ghetto shit like oodle noodles. Real. She can cook the hell out of some SpaghettiOs. But she'll fuck a steak up. that bitch will still be bleak. She don't do nothing like that. And then she'll fry some chicken, but it'd be too damn salty. But she'll give you a warning before you eat it. She say, here y'all go. Now, I don't know if y'all gonna like it. I mean, I'm heavy-handed. Now, if you don't like it, damn it, don't ask me to cook no goddamn more. That's my mom. That's my fucking mom. And she never gave the best advice growing up.
Right.
Like my mama say, you grow up, your mother say, somebody hit you, hit them back. Okay. My mama allowed me and my brother to hit girls. I never did it. Scott, stop. I never did it. But she always let me know, I don't give a damn if it is a girl. Somebody put their hands on you, you knock her ass out. That's what my mama used to tell me. So one time, my brother got in a fight with this girl bully around my neighborhood. I'm talking about fuck Mike Tyson. She'd knock his ass out. She whooping. Right. So we playing dodgeball. She get into a little argument with my brother. They get to fighting. She whoop his ass.
Whoop his entire ass. Gwynn, he whooped the entire ass.
Took a week off.
Whooped the black off his ass. But she didn't whoop his ass because she was a better fighter than him. She whooped his ass because he wasn't hitting back.
Oh, okay.
But it was a negative part to that because by the time we got in the house, the whole neighborhood talking about it. Now my mama here, she mad at us because he didn't whoop her ass. So when we get in the house, my mama say, "You got something you want to tell me?" She talked to my brother.
Right.
She said, "You got in a fight outside?" He like, "No, not really." She said, "I'm gonna ask you again. Did you get in a fight outside?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "And why are you back in this house?" He said, "Mom, I was a girl." So me, I'm in the corner laughing because I ain't had nothing to do with it. I'm just laughing. My mom looked at me and say, "Oh, it's funny." So I guess because she fucked him up, I should fuck you up, right? I said, "Why?" She said, "Because why the fuck you ain't help him?" I said, "What the fuck? You want to help a girl?" I said, "Mom," I said, "This is a goddamn girl." She said, "I don't give a fuck." She said, "I don't give a fuck if it's me." I said, "You know what? I'm gonna get a whooping anyway. Now I'm about to earn my whooping." I said, "You know what? You don't give a damn if it's you. The next time you try to whoop him, we fucking you up." Hey, hey, I got my ass whooped. My daddy came home, whooped my ass too. I didn't give a damn. I had a small mouth when I was a little boy. Okay? I'd rather take to be on punishment. Okay? So last thing before I go. Last thing before I wrap this shit up. I got one whooping that I never deserved in my life.
Okay.
I was in elementary school. About maybe first grade. We had lunch. My cousin Reggie, he in the same class with me.
Right.
This little freaky boy, he decided to whoop his Johnson out under the lunch table and show all the little girls on the other side. True story. He gets in trouble. They send him to the principal's office. They ask him his name and his mother's name. Guess what? This motherfucker said Theodore Melton. That's my real name. This motherfucker named Reggie. My mama got to that damn school. When I tell you she wore my ass out from the damn top of the goddamn school, from the gymnasium to the goddamn cafeteria. I'm talking about, I couldn't sit down for a goddamn week. Okay? Now, Gwen, I'm about to let you go because I ain't seen you in a long time. And I see you about to do a show with Nemo.
Oh, yeah. I sure will.
I'm done. I want Gwen.
Okay, Teddy, I gotta tell you, and you know, I hold on to stuff, and I didn't get past. Your mom can cook the shit out of some SpaghettiOs.
Oh, boy.
Can I ask Teddy something
I
real
fucking
quick?
love that. I thought that was great. That was the best one. My mom can cook the shit out of some SpaghettiOs. Gwynn, next up and closing the show for us tonight, my buddy, the Gwynn Factor. And Gwynn, I got to know about the jiggle machine, and can you cook up some SpaghettiOs?
First of all, the jiggling machine be jiggling. I'm jiggling, baby. I'm jiggling, baby. I'm jiggling, baby, but
If
I
you
ain't got
guys
no
have not seen the Gwynn Factor before, hold on to something. This is going to be a wild ride.
Well, we about to see how wild it's gonna be. As y'all know, I am the Gwynn factor, and I can only tell things the way I see it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I am so glad to finally be at the age now where I can say what I want, and I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. It's just so liberating, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Ladies, 50 and over, this is like a menopausal miracle, okay? It just releases all the cortisol out your fupa when you cuss a motherfucker out sometimes. I'm just saying. Oh, it's a menopause. My stomach going down right now as I'm getting all this out. So today I really wanted to talk about the stage in life that I am right now. See, I'm in my 50s, and sometimes people refer to it as the sandwich decade, which I didn't understand till I got to it. Because in your 50s, you're older, but you're not as old as your parents, who are different now. They turning back childlike and need our help. But older than that younger Gen Z generation, that's our grandkids now. And they different too, okay? They not like us. They not like us, okay? And you got both of these generations living in your house in your 50s. I'm taking care of my parents and my grandkids, and it's crazy as hell. I'm telling you, I'm dealing with being a caregiver, living grandkids, and menopause all at the same time. It's like the Bermuda Triangle, dealing with all three of these things. It's like you eventually going down like the Titanic. It's going to happen, it's inevitable. But I have discovered, though, an edible a day does keep the psychosis away, along with keeping you from killing a joker, okay?
Right.
Because I'm telling you, it is rough.
Better life through chemistry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, my father, when we discovered that my dad had dementia, we discovered that around my third wedding. That's right, I said my third wedding, okay? But don't judge me, because I'm like Kenny Rogers. Don't blame me, because I know when to hold them and when to fold them, okay? My dad comes over, though, one night and says, "Baby girl, you ain't never gonna find no husband if you keep having these random men over every other night." And I would look at my husband, and he was looking at me, and we both saying, "What random man, Daddy?" And I'm thinking my daddy trying to mess up my marriage before it even gets started. So we would have to remind him that Chris and I were married. And then he would just start beaming with pride for the rest of the day. So every day I would have to remind him I was married and get this whole sense of approval. So needless to say, I went through every single day of my daddy appreciating me, so I don't have daddy issues at all, okay?
Okay.
That's one thing I don't have no more. But during our 1 year anniversary, daddy was doing a toast, and it was one of the longest toasts I've ever heard, because he just kept saying, my son-in-law, my son-in-law. And it was clear he had forgotten my husband's name. Now, he would be like, "My son-in-law, who's married to my daughter," and then other vague examples. It was the most random, ambiguous toast I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Right.
And probably in all of my marriages combined. I mean, hell, even the first toast at my first marriage, which was given by my best friend, was better than my dad's, because at least she remembered the groom's name. Probably because she was having an affair with him, but at least she remembered his name. It explains why she didn't remember my name when giving the toast. Hell, at the time, I thought we needed to have her ass tested for dementia. And unfortunately, I realized I had to fold them with that marriage. But fortunately, my daddy didn't remember I had married or divorced him at all. He only remembered one of the three marriages.
Okay.
But at a certain point in this stage of dementia, it would come down to a point where I would have to bathe my dad.
Oh.
And I didn't have a tub, so I'd put him in this shower chair. So one day I'm bathing him, and he just blurts out, "Do your man know you here?" I responded, "Daddy, I'm your daughter." He then said, "Oh, you somebody's daughter, but you ain't mine." So I had to remind him about his wife Lucille before he made me his side piece. Okay. My mama had died a few years before my daddy got dementia. So as the dementia worsened, he would occasionally ask where Lucille was. And one day my sister just blurted out, "Daddy, you know she passed away a few years ago." And he started to scream and cry uncontrollably. "Oh, no, no, not my Lucille." And so from that point on, I said, we cannot tell him this. So we started to tell him that mama was at the beach. That was her happy place, her favorite place. So when he would ask, he would always say, "Where's Lucille?" And we'd be like, "Oh, she at the beach. She at the beach." And he'd be like, "Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. That's her favorite place. That's her happy place. I know she having a good time." But we discovered, though, giving him this medication to help for his mind was not always helping him remember the right things. There was side effects to some of this Alzheimer and dementia medication. And some of the side effects was like taking Viagra. So he'd be walking around stiff as a board with no wife, no idea why, and nowhere to go. And my cousin got upset because they wanted to call a lawyer because they was giving him drugs to help his memory. But all he was remembering was the fact that he wasn't getting any. But my granddaughter came up with this amazing idea. She said, "Y'all lie and tell granddaddy that grandma at the beach. So why ain't you lying to him about this?" I said, "Snap, girl, that's a good ass idea." From then on, time he got the stiffy, I just told him he had just got some and mama had just left to go back to the beach. And he'd get a big old smile on his face and be like, "That Lucille, she always right on time." But a few years after he passed, before he passed, my dad had found him a little companion friend, and we was okay with that because I gave him somebody to talk to his age. But when he died, she thought she was getting ready to ride in the limo and sit with the family like she was the wife. And I had to tell her, "Oh no, whoa, whoa, Nellie, you need to stay in your lane." I said she must have dementia too and forgot she was the side piece, okay? Because my mama always gonna be the matriarch of this family. But she says, "Well, I've been around several years now, so where is his wife?" I told her, I said, "My mom at the beach and my daddy on his way now to go get her." So you ain't riding with the family. But I'm also dealing now with the dementia on my mother-in-law, my future fourth husband. My mother-in-law is currently in the stages of dementia, and I spotted it right off because this wasn't my first rodeo. We was visiting her one day, and I realized something was extremely wrong when she fed the dog 6 times in one day. Oh, yeah. We realized, I looked down at that point and realized that Pepper had gained about 20 pounds since the last time we had been over there. Pepper just waddling around, barely breathing, sounded like Pepper need a CPAP machine. Oh, oh, it was crazy. She couldn't remember. The crazy part was she couldn't remember how many times she fed the dog, but she could show as hell remember how many times Miss Carolyn next door had male company when her husband was at work. She had selective dementia. Now here she was. She would confuse me with the dog Pepper. Now that Pepper gone, because Pepper eventually died without that CPAP machine. And I became Pepper. I don't know how she was confusing me with this dog that was black as midnight. But I got called Pepper so many times. Every time I would see a mailman deliver mail, I would instantly bark. Oh, oh. I scared the shit out of the Amazon delivery driver the other day.
Oh,
But we discovered that Miss Helen is a wanderer, and we would just walk out the house any time of the day. So when my dad had wandered and had dementia back in the 90s, we didn't have technology, so we put a bell around Daddy's neck so we could hear him if he wandered in the middle of the night. Now, don't judge me. Like I said, it was the 90s. We didn't have no technology. So I decided to do the same thing with Miss Helen. So one night she wanders off and we calling her name and we listening for that bell and we can't hear it all. But then my granddaughter wakes up and comes out the room with her iPad telling us that Nana was down the street. So we asked her how the hell she knew where Nana was. And she politely explained to us that she had put an Apple tag in Nana's bra and turned this into a Find Your Nana app. Well, we get down there, and another little Gen Z ass is recording Miss Helen on TikTok and posting it as a meme with the song, You Can Ring My Bell, ring my bell. I was like, let me get this damn bell off Miss Helen before social services show up in here. Oh, that's about it for me, though.
You know, Gwynn, I got to tell you this was you were doing it. My grandmother, God rest her soul, my grandfather passed away, and my grandmother came down to live with us, and that lasted about 2 weeks before my dad put her in a home because she kept doing the same thing. She kept saying, "Where's Warren? Where's Warren?" And he had died. And finally,
Right.
my father got the shits of. He's like, "He's dead. He's dead, Mama.
Oh, Lord, that is a
He's
horrible thing to
dead."
do
I'll
to
never forget
somebody.
the old man. The old man would light into her. Finally, after about 2 weeks, "Where's Warren? He's dead."
Man. Oh, that's so hard. We
I
did that.
know.
It's
Well, joining us a
traumatic,
little
though.
late, and you're up next, my friend. This guy goes by 2 different names. He goes
This one.
by 34 and a half or Dirty 4.5.
Oh my
And I
God.
think tonight we're going to get the dirty version. At least I hope so. Well,
Yeah.
everybody, here he is. Dirty 4.5. My friend, you're up. Go ahead. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just took a nap. That's why I'm late.
I don't want to hear your sniveling shit. Let's hear some humor. Go.
That was going to be that was a part of it. Thank you.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
no.
The
Yeah, I
rest,
just took.
hey, everybody else is here. You got to go now.
I've been tired. No, I've been going. I've been tired because I've been doing this Ramadan thing. You know, Ramadan's this month. Happy Ramadan to the Muslims out there.
Yeah.
I'm not Muslim, but I've been trying to get involved, you know? So I haven't been eating as much as I usually would. So I've been extra tired. That's why I took a nap, you know? But I think I'm about to give up anyway. I don't know if you know. They say if you're a good Muslim, you go to heaven, you get 72 versions,
Yeah, I
right?
heard that.
And 72 and I guess it means infinity versions. But I'm thinking about it. I'd rather just 2 sluts, you feel me, instead of having infinity versions. Just because I don't, I want some professionals. I don't want 72 people that don't know what's going on, you know?
Right.
And I don't know if you ever been with 2 girls at the same time, Scott, but
Never mind.
yeah. But if you ask me, that is heaven right there. when it was happening to me, I even did the crucifix. I was like, like I will die for your sins, man. I will die. Please sacrifice me.
Okay.
No, dating is extra hard. I just found this new app where I can find a lot of good dates at. It's called the Citizen app.
Never heard of it.
It tells you where all the sex offenders are in your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's good. It's an easy way to get laid, and it's good on your self-esteem. You feel me? Because you could turn them down, and they'll still keep coming after you. All you gotta do is just like what I do is I dress young, and I walk by their house. Sometimes I ride a bike. If I get real desperate, I'll knock on the door like I'm selling chocolate. If they let you in to buy the chocolate, they want you.
Okay.
And like I said, we all got self-esteem issues. You could tell them no a couple of times, and it does not deter them. Matter of fact, it turns them on. So,
all right.
I think since I have some more time, I can do a teen suicide joke.
Well, yeah, sure. Why not?
You know what those are great?
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Do you know why teen suicide jokes are great?
No, I don't.
They never get old.
Yeah, right. Oh my!
You can use them anytime. They never get old because they killed themselves. Yeah.
Oh good lord! Oh good lord!
Oh, good Lord.
Oh good lord!
Oh my God, yeah. You know, I love girls who squirt. You feel me?
Oh,
I love these.
Jesus God.
Who don't love a squirter?
I love me a squirter. But my cousin said to me, he said, "What if it's just pee?" You feel me? He said it
Ooh.
might just be pee, and I said, "Well, I'm not drinking it." You know, so so I'm good to go. I don't care if it's
All
just pee.
right.
Also, if she's faking it and she's
Yeah.
just pissing, I respect the commitment to the bit. You know, if she's willing to sit there and fake it and just piss herself in the bed, like, come on, that's a lot more than just.
Pretty much that's when they're out. They piss the bed. They piss the
If
bed,
she's
they're out.
if she's faking it, then you know what? Hey, I'm good to go. I
Right.
respect that level of commitment to a bit. You know what I mean?
Cool.
As a comedian myself, I respect that. I think people don't commit to a bit hard enough. So if she's gonna make it to where I need a wet pad on my bed just from just regular pissing, I'm good to go. Just
I'm good to go. Get
I'm
that rubber
enjoying
sheet.
I'm enjoying that. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody knows my name is 34 and a half. Some people don't. The reason they call me 34 and a half is because it's half of a 69. Okay. It's the
I didn't know
mathematical.
that.
It's the mathematical equivalent to half of a 69. When I first made the name up, I didn't eat Chinese food. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
You know why I say I didn't eat Chinese food, right?
I'm not sure.
I didn't eat cat.
You
But
know, I
now
didn't know that 34 and a half, and I didn't, it's amazing.
it's half of a 69, yeah. But now I'm eating cat like, like Alf. You feel me? I'm out here just eating as much cat as I can, you know?
Sure.
And the reason I didn't originally eat cat was because my family is West Indian. And like it was either if two things that they would have never wanted me to come home as was gay or a guy that eat cat. You feel me? Like I could see either one. They would have been so mad. My uncle would be like, "You batty man, you come here, you fuck with the boy them," you know. Or if I would have ate some pussy, he would have been like, "You are what you eat. You know that, right? You are what you eat. You're gonna die. You're gonna choke pan a pussy here, and you're gonna die. You know that. You bumper clap boy them." so, so I could have never came home either way. So
All
I made
right.
my name saying I don't eat cat, but I think that it's funny that they were so passionate about it, because I love it. I think pussy taste is great if it's clean, Dirty ones,
Like chitlins. They like chitlins.
dirty ones don't taste as good. I
Same with chitlins.
Oh, man. Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, I think we're going to call it on that now.
oh man, Carl, all right, you got it. I bet
You
you said
know,
I could be
you
dirty. You
don't
said
have
I
to
could
be
be
a
dirty.
rocket scientist to know that dirty ones don't taste so good.
And
Holy
they
hell.
like chitlins.
But yeah, I think my bad for being late, you guys. That was funny, man. When I got to hear from you, Miss, that was really funny.
No
And I'm
problem.
sure, and I'm
Listen,
gonna watch this
let
video
me
back.
take you off full screen and say goodbye to everybody.
And
Dirty 4.5. Thank you so much.
I had
And
to tell
I did not know all this time I interviewed you until tonight that was what it was, because I know I made the joke about you go by 34.5, which is your clean stuff, and then dirty 4.5 is what I've always known.
That's a joke you made. Essentially, I don't have any clean stuff. Now I can work clean, but but I mean, for the most part, I don't really like it. I feel like I'm selling out.
I tend to don't think you can work clean.
I can change words around.
I don't think you're gonna find too many words to come up with for dirty pussy, but other than dirty chitlins. But I
You just
was gonna tell you
Hey,
though,
Gwynn,
once you
Gwynn,
get past the
I'm gonna
smell, you
stop
got
it.
it, eh?
But I think Il Nana.
Il Nana.
She got
see,
an
I can
Il
say.
Nana.
See, she got an ill nana. See, I can work it
There
out.
you go. So you can use that with the kids when you do a birthday party there. You
I do
tell them,
not do kids' birthday parties. I'm
Them
not
kids
allowed.
ain't gonna know what the hell you talking about.
Kids gonna fuck
hey,
You gonna fuck them kids all the
thank
way
you
up.
very much to, let me go one by one, Chica Loca, Teddy Melton, Dirty 4.5, Dev Maddox, Gwynn Factor. Thank you all very much.
Is that what it is?
Look,
No, I'm not.
he never sprung forward.
We
No,
can't swim. We don't got no business on the beach.
that's my background because my house dirty.
Oh, that
All
makes
right.
sense. Okay.
All
So
right.
that's how he said he
Next
wanna
up,
look homeless.
this young man is Dannie T. Danny's coming to us from Des Moines, Iowa, originally from St. Louis. And Danny, last time I interviewed you, you were happy your name is Danny.
That is very true. I'm happy my
Okay.
name is Danny, and I'm happy Christmas is over. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
It's only 3 months.
Because Christmas is so hard for us around here because I'm married and my wife always wants the perfect gift without telling me exactly what she wants for Christmas.
Mm.
It's like, she was like, if you really paid attention to what I said all year, you would know what I want. You expect me to figure out clues like I'm CSI Scooby Doo? I don't get that one at all.
Right.
Unless you want like a subscription to Pornhub, you better tell me what you want because that's what I'm getting. Like that's what we all want.
That's what we all want.
Yeah.
The porn.
Oh yeah, I tell you, when it comes to Christmas, I'm a very easy dude to shop for.
Yeah.
Just give me anything in a box. I mean, metaphorically, give me anything in your box. That's my point. If you don't know what I mean by box, that means
Yeah,
that
I
your
got it.
parents didn't have a sex talk with you. And I think having kids myself, that's one of the toughest things to do is to have the sex talk with them because you want to make sure you don't do it too early and they're not like ready for it, they're too immature, too young. But then you don't want to wait too late and have the sex talk with them, having them be all naive and dumb. Talking about, daddy, what's a dick? Girl, you 30 years old. You know what a dick is? It's ridiculous. You figure it out. So yeah, when it comes to that, I mean, I prefer my kids to learn sex the same way that I learned sex.
Okay.
By watching porn and talking to friends. That's the way everybody should learn about sex.
Absolutely.
These parents out there trying to give their kids a sex talk. I don't want to give my kids a sex talk the same way I didn't want my parents to give me a sex talk. I can't imagine my dad sitting me down telling me, well, first thing you want to do is like lick on her neck. That gets all wet. Like, ugh, I don't want to know that about mom. That's gross. Don't tell me that kind of stuff. Even worse would be my mom trying to tell me about sex. She's sitting me down talking about, well, normally you do a little nipple play. That seems to get, the party started. It's like, I definitely don't want to know what arouses dad. She was like, I'm not talking about your dad. Like, you whore. What were you talking about? So that's how my world's going over here as I'm
That's
chilling over
good.
here in a fake beach in a dirty
Okay.
house.
Good job.
I wish I could have seen everybody said, man. My bad.
That's
Damn.
all right. That's all right. Thank you for doing what you did. We got enough, and I'll add it to the other ones, and
Okay.
they will do this all again, you guys. I had a wonderful
Damn.
time.
Definitely. Anytime, hit me up,
This
Scott.
is
You know your
something
guy.
new. It's something new, and I really like it. And I keep fighting the fight that you can do comedy on Zoom. They're all saying you can't do comedy on Zoom, and I'm going to keep fighting that fight.
Fight the fight.
Believe it.
But it is
Because
got
hard.
I think funny's funny. It don't matter where how you do it. Funny's funny.